Hey, welcome to the Common Sense Stoners channel. On this channel, we're going to give our common sense opinions about political topics, entertainment, food, whatever we may stumble across. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Today we're looking at a CNN video here, and there are 18 reasons why Trump could be a Russian asset. And I'm making this video because for Democrats, if you're a Democrat voter, wake up, please. Just read between the lines here. I'll try to point some stuff out that's just insane. That it doesn't make any sense. It's just all against, how evil Trump is, how evil Russia, even Russia. Like, when did Russia become our enemy? When Hillary Clinton made up the fake dossier about Trump from Russia that was proven to be fake and the Steele dossier has no grounds of reality at all. And yet somehow Russia became our enemy through that. And it's just insane. And they just keep gaslighting or whatever. I don't know what this would be called. But 18 reasons why Trump could be, it's all fake. It's just a bunch of bull. And they're pushing it to their viewers. And their viewers are just eating it up because they're not thinking about it. Just use common sense and read between the lines. All right? Let's see what they got going on here.
Russian asset. Max Boot is a columnist for The Washington Post, a senior fellow for the Council on Foreign Relations, and a CNN global affairs analyst. 18 reasons Trump could be a Russian asset. How many years in journalism have you been? How many years?
Many years.
Many years. Did you ever think you'd be writing this piece?
No, I mean, this is like something out of the Manchurian Candidate or the Americans. I mean, this is the realm of spy fiction becoming reality. It would have seemed...
It's not. It is fiction. It's straight fiction. Okay? And you'll see when the list pops up, all right? I'll point some stuff out. Fiction. It's all fiction. This guy's fiction. She's fiction. They're all lying to you.
Bonkers until Trump, but it's not bonkers anymore.
So let's go through what is not bonkers, all 18 non-bonker items, starting with...
She says, let's go through all 18. She's going to go through 2 of them. All right? She ain't going to go through all 18.
You're number 1 on your list of 18. Trump has a long financial history with Russia. This seems to me something that so many people dance around.
Okay. So Trump has a long financial history with Russia. Any other countries? 25 other countries he's got a long history, a financial history with. 25 other countries spread around the world. He's a businessman around the world. But they're like, he's got ties in Russia, and that's all we're going to talk about because Russia's bad, Russia, like he says, like Trump always says. And that's what it is. It's all just a big lie, and somehow people keep buying and eating into it. Okay, he has financial affairs with 26 countries total. One of them is Russia, but there's 25 other countries.
But really it's like follow the money, which is...
Follow the money. Okay, and look at number 2. Election hacked to favor Trump. But when Trump said 2020 was hacked, they said there's no way, this is bull. You cannot say an election was hacked or stolen. But they're still saying it was stolen in 2016. 2 spots. Number 9, refuses to acknowledge hacking. That's exactly what the Democrat Party did too. Exact same thing. They said that there was no cheating. There was no fraud. 4 swing states or whatever shut down counting out of nowhere. First time I've ever seen it in my life, shut down counting, and they refuse to acknowledge any of that as being fraud in any way.
Which is precisely your point.
Right, exactly. I mean, this is how intelligence services ensnare foreigners, by funding them, by giving them opportunities. We know that Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump have bragged about how much money the Trump Organization has gotten out of Russia. We know that in 2016, even as Donald Trump was running for president, the Trump Organization was pursuing a plan to build a Trump Tower in Moscow. This is an entangling financial relationship that also leaves them potentially open to blackmail.
I didn't look it up, but I wonder, was that the only place he was working on building a building at the time? For like the last, the only project he had going on at all was just in Russia and Moscow? I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Item number 13 on your list.
See, now she skips to 13. Number 1, now right to 13.
Trump has praised Putin while trashing just about everyone else, from B-grade Hollywood celebrities.
From B-grade Hollywood celebrities. He trashes B-grade Hollywood celebrities. People who are out there virtue signaling. Screaming about how you that allow children to have transgendered operations because it's life-saving, because they're going to kill themselves otherwise. Even though I think the suicide rate of transgender people after they do it is 60%. It's higher. So what you're really actually doing is you're turning this child from a boy or a girl into an it, because they're really not they don't turn into a boy, from a girl to a boy or a boy to a girl. They don't. They just lose whatever sexual traits they have. They can't, if it's a boy going to a girl, they just lose their balls or whatever, you know what I mean, through pills and whatnot. They lose their testosterone, but they can't reproduce. They can't give birth. They're not a real woman. So now they're just a thing. And if they get the surgery, they have to have like an item that they put in. I'm not positive. I don't want to, I don't know what it is exactly, but they have to put something in to the new female body part to keep it open, because it's a wound that's trying to heal closed. But you got to keep this thing in there so that way it doesn't close up on you, or else you got to go back and get more surgery. How is that sane? How can you do that and then go to bed sanely? Like, I got to put my plug in to keep my vagina open. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But anyway, that's who he trashes. And she's mad because that's her side. You know what I mean? They're all the liberal Democrat side. He's trashing Hollywood actors. This is bull crap. I don't think he praises Trump. I mean, Putin. He may have said, he's a strong leader or something before, I think maybe, but he's not like, oh, he's the greatest person on the planet. No.
Has praised Putin while trashing just about everyone else, from B-grade Hollywood celebrities to leaders of allied nations. And then you remind everyone about how he congratulated President Putin on his rigged election win when he had an aide say, do not congratulate him.
Right, he just can't help himself, right? I mean, it's stunning because
he doesn't, he knows. He doesn't help himself. He can help himself. He just knows. Screw this. This is what my voters want.
Donald Trump is like Don Rickles in the White House.
You know what the voters want? The truth. They want a real person. They don't want a fake politician up there, a plastic, shiny object that you can look at and say, ooh, it looks so nice. No, we want the truth. We want somebody who's up there doing what needs to be done and saying what needs to be said.
He's an insult machine, but he doesn't insult Vladimir Putin. Even when Putin does something like expelling American diplomats, Donald Trump actually thanks him for that.
So the conclusion, you say, now that we've listed 18 reasons Trump could be a Russian asset, let's look at the exculpatory evidence. Brackets. This page intentionally left blank. You write this.
Yes.
Is there no, on the flip side, on the other hand, Max?
There really isn't. I mean, if you listen to Trump himself, he says, nobody's been tougher on Russia than I have, but that's just ridiculous. He has not been tough on Russia. There have been a few things tough on Russia that have occurred during his administration, but they've been the work of Congress, like the 217 Sanctions Act, or the work of aid, such as the expulsion of Russian diplomats.
Hold on, wait. Did he just say that it was good that we expelled Russian diplomats, but it was bad that Putin expelled American diplomats? Is that what he just said? See if I can catch that
Left
again.
blank. You wrote evidence.
Nope.
American diplomats, and it's stunning because Donald Trump is like Don Rickles in the White House. He's an insult machine, but he doesn't insult Vladimir Putin. Even when Putin does something like expelling American diplomats, Donald Trump.
See, that's horrible, right? But then 10 seconds later,
he says, nobody's been tougher on Russia than I have, but that's just ridiculous. He has not been tough on Russia. There have been a few things tough on Russia that have occurred during his administration, but they've been the work of Congress, like the 217 Sanctions Act, or the work of aid, such as the expulsion of Russian diplomats.
see what I'm saying? You got to read between the lines here. I mean, it's common sense. The guy says one thing, then 10 seconds later, it's good that we do it, but it's bad if Putin does it. Anyway, just keep buying what I'm saying. Buy my book. Listen to all this bullshit I'm spewing out on CNN here, because that's what CNN is. It's a propaganda machine, hardcore. They all are. Every channel, Fox, they're all propaganda machines to a point. You know, to a side, I should say. So, but yeah, this guy's just contradicted himself right there within a matter of what, 20 seconds?
And the reporting has been that when Donald Trump has opposed more sanctions and when he's found out that he signed off on expulsions of Russian diplomats, he was furious. This was not what Donald Trump wanted to do.
And it was your own paper who broke the stunning story of Trump in Hamburg when he met with Vladimir Putin. Not only did he tell the interpreter who was in the room to...
And this is another thing here. See right up here? This whole government shutdown there? They're constantly trying to scare you people. All the viewers of CNN, the Democrat liberals, it's just this is a constant scare machine. And it works. Because a lot of Democrat liberal people are just a little bit out there when it comes to thoughts about Trump and everything, because they just keep eating all of this. The world's going to burn. Climate change is going to destroy us in 5 years. It's insane how people just keep eating it up without using any common sense.
To get rid of the notes, he said, and don't tell my own administration about what we've discussed.
Exactly. I cannot imagine an innocent explanation for that kind of behavior. Why on earth would a U.S. president want to conceal his dealings with the Russian president from his own aides? And yet Donald Trump did that. He had a one-on-one meeting in Hamburg with Putin at a G20 dinner where the only other person present was Vladimir Putin's interpreter. And then, of course, we had the Helsinki summit where Donald Trump was utterly supine before.
Why, did he have any other meetings with world leaders where it was just him and the world leader talking? Or was it just Putin? They don't tell you none of this stuff. They like to keep their viewers in the dark for sure. Because that's where a lot of their viewers, I think, like to be. You know, they're all full of misery and hate. Everything sucks. Everything's racist. So the left is a lot of people that are just full of hatred and misery. And they want to spread it around. They want to see just America burn. It's like, come on, wake up. You grew up here, all right? This is your country. You don't have to change it. If you want to change it, get out. Go to Venezuela. Go to a socialist country if you want socialism. Don't change America where you grew up and you loved it, but somehow now you hate it. Go someplace else.
Putin, he looked like he was scared of Putin, and he had that one-on-one meeting. And according to the Washington Post report,
when has anybody seen Trump look scared?
Only other person present was Vladimir Putin's interpreter. And then, of course, we had the Helsinki summit where Donald Trump was utterly supine before Putin. He looked like he was scared of Putin, and he had that one-on-one meeting. And according to the Washington Post report you just cited, Trump's aides still don't know what happened in Helsinki. They still never got a full readout of Trump's meeting with Putin. I mean, that is as fishy as you can get.
So where this goes, and I just had a member of the House Foreign Relations on, Jerry
as
Donnelly of
fishy
Virginia.
as you can get. But Biden's son working at a place in Ukraine that's under investigation, and then they send Biden over to fire the guy so he stops investigating them. That's not fishy, right? This is way more fishy. A one-on-one meeting between two world leaders? Super fishy.
Yeah, Democrat saying he hopes that his committee will subpoena this interpreter. What's the likelihood you think that'll happen?
I think it'll be very hard because they will assert executive, the administration will assert executive privilege. And there's a reasonable case for that because in general, you want presidents to feel free to speak around interpreters without imagining they're going to be subpoenaed by Congress. But this is an extraordinary case. This is not a normal presidency. This is not a normal case. I still don't know that they're going to be successful. I think we're really relying on Robert Mueller to get to the bottom of this.
After
Robert Mueller, yeah. That was a dud too, right? All right, so anyway, like I said, I hope that if you're watching this and you're a Democrat voter, you wake up, read between the lines. If the media is telling you something's bad and evil, chances are nowadays that they're trying to do something to these people for a reason. I don't think Putin is like, I don't know. I've never heard anything like great about the guy, you know what I mean? I've heard he's done a lot of evil things. because he used to be in the KGB and all that, but that's just what I've heard through the media. I don't know anybody personally who knows Putin or has been there or a historian on Putin that can tell you all the true facts, you know what I mean? What I know is what the media tells us. So, again, I feel as though I'm in the dark also. But if the media hates him so much, I don't know. He might be a good guy. He might be. You never know. I mean, we'll leave that up to the future to tell us, I guess. But please, just don't trust CNN. Wake up, read between the lines. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.